Hello and welcome. In this lecture, we are going to learn how to troubleshoot the errors you get when compiling your code. So this is the code from our program we created. I'm going to deliberately cause some errors here so that we can learn how to troubleshoot it. For example, here, this line of code here, this code here belongs to this block of code. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to place it in here, in between here, and see what happens. So I'll just copy and come here and paste it in there. All right. I'll just indent that a bit. Wherever you get red squiggly lines, it means the editor is not happy about something, it's complaining. Already you can see the squiggly lines, which means it's not happy because it knows that should not be there. It should come under here. So if we compile this now, so anywhere you see that squiggly line, that should be a sign, an indicator that there's something wrong. If I try to compile this now, it will give me an error. So it tells you, say there were build errors. Would you like to continue and run the last successful build, which is the last one? I'll say no, and then it will then tell me, oh my god, so it's giving me loads of errors. Okay, where if you got invalid token, that means your code is somewhere it shouldn't be. Okay, so look out for that. It's giving me the line number. It's line 16, which is here, which is kind of like correct. Say if I look on line 16, I can see what the editor, this code, what Visual Studio is complaining about. So I'll just relocate this, cut, place it back here where it should belong. It belongs in this block of code. Each curly braces represents a block of code. All right, so notice every time you get the yellow strip here, it means you haven't saved something. So click on the folder here and save, so it's all turned green. I'm going to introduce another deliberate error. I'm going to take away the semicolons. Semicolons are very important as it indicates where your code ends. As you can see, there's the red squiggly lines here, indicates that it's not happy about something. So I'm going to run it anyway, try and compile it by clicking start, and it will give me a build error saying there were errors in the build. Would I like to continue? I'll say no. It should not tell me. There you go. It's told me here, give me a clue that on line 13, where's line 13? This is line 13. It is spot on there. Line 13 is telling me that is expecting a semicolon. It's asking, where is it? I'm expecting this semicolon. That's what it's saying. And it tells me the name of the project, the file program, which is this line where the error occurs. Sometimes the line where the error occurs may not exactly be spot on, but it'll be near about. But in some cases, it is spot on. Here you can see it is definitely spot on. So you can even also see the sign with the squiggly line there. So I just come here and introduce the semicolon and click start, and the thing should compile. See, my code has compiled. So while the code is running, you get the memory management here, which tells you how the memory is being used by the application. So I just click on X to end the application, and the memory thing goes away. So that's basically how you can troubleshoot errors in your code. Sometimes it's easy to, or you can make mistakes, leave out simple things like semicolon and other bits and pieces. You can normally get a clue because there'll be red squiggly lines and you can tell that there's something quite not right with the code. But when you try to build it, and you say no to the build, it will display the errors and give you a clue as to what line of code contains that error. So that is it for this lecture. In this lecture, I just introduced you to some basic troubleshooting concept for Visual Studio. Thanks for watching and bye for now.